now things are tougher. You know what I'm saying? We're just ELR. We don't even have the cosign of the Heritage logo. You know what I'm saying? We're not traditional media anymore. We're just some people on YouTube, so it's a lot different.
Hey, don't
that
say
is
it like
true.
that.
They may act different out here.
No, Laura, I'm telling you, people are acting different.
I know.
You haven't experienced people acting different?
Yes.
Somebody I've known for 30 years the other day, I was talking to them about some artists they work with and me wanting them on this show.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, yeah, send me some details about the show.
Nah.
We gotta send out a press kit.
Nah, bro.
That's where we're at now.
It's underrated. People get weird, man. And Ebro made a great point yesterday. I hit you guys up to be like, yo, how cool is Rhea? She immediately hits the collab. She got 7 million followers. All good. I got you. These artists that we've known for years, you try to collab them on something. They act like their Instagram's so damn precious. They can't accept the collab to promote. That's what the trade-off is here. And Ebro, you made the point. Yo, rappers may be among the weirdest of people. I don't know why people get so weird, but they do.
No, rappers are weirdos, bro.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and that was Old Man Ebro and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Rosenberg. I never liked that nigga. Not because he's white, not because he's Jewish. He's just a fucking nerd. I don't want my hip hop takes coming from nerds. And bad enough that Ebro was I think he's from the Bay Area, from San Fran. We let that nigga slide. West Coast nigga at a radio station in New York wasn't the move. Like, I didn't think that was a good fit. However, I'm not in New York. I don't give a fuck. I just thought that was odd. But 50 Cent stated it, bro. Nigga, you never broke New York artists. And the artists that you were playing, you was playing niggas like that sound like some South shit. Like that nigga Designer. Didn't really sound like a South nigga, but he was doing all the tongue twisting like the Migos. And which was whack, because the only people I want to hear tongue twist is Tech 9, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Twister, and I know some niggas that I'm leaving behind, and maybe Eminem, which even that is biting and he's late on that shit, but I'll allow it. But yeah, nobody wanted to hear that shit, and you wasn't playing New York artists or breaking New York artists. Just like in Atlanta, Greg Street stopped breaking Atlanta artists, and motherfuckers is playing all these Mississippi artists or South Carolina or niggas from the VA. Like, nobody want to hear all this stupid shit, bro, in New York. We like boom bap. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he made the comment that boom bap hip hop was dated. And nobody gives a fuck. It's the sound of New York. Me personally, I don't want to hear a nigga from New York sound like a nigga from the South or even a nigga from out West. I don't even like the fact that New York niggas gangbang. To me, that shit is stupid. And I lived on the West Coast when gangbanging was high. Maybe not Los Angeles, but I remember living in Seattle in the 80s and 90s. I remember gang banging on the West Coast, which, when you say that, people always think Seattle is sweet because a bunch of LGBT organizations and gay people and all that shit. Let me just break it to you stupid motherfuckers. You've been living long enough. You know that Seattle used to be about that action, at least West Coast. All that shit that you heard on Dr. Dre's The Chronic or Snoop Dogg, all that shit, it was rolling 20s and 40s and niggas coming all the way up to Seattle. There was a bunch of blood niggas coming up to Seattle. I think I went to school with a blood nigga named Marshall when I lived in Renton, Washington. Nigga was a blood. And it was some nigga named Tommy that he was a blood. He was cool with some vice lords from Chicago that moved there. I don't know why. I don't know how Chicago niggas got to fucking Washington in the mid 90s, but they was out there. And let's just say these niggas wanted to pack me out. Pause. Every chance that they got. Not Marshall, he was on my side. Even though I did go kick it with the nigga at his apartment complex, and these hoe ass niggas saw me, and I go out the cabana door, and these motherfuckers tried to rush me, so I had to run. This nigga didn't back me up, because like I said, he was a blood, Tommy was a blood, and the vice lord niggas just didn't like me, because I wouldn't be a vice lord. Because up until I met them niggas, I never met a vice lord. So I thought they was some motherfucking third-rate fake ass gang members. So yeah, like the fact that I didn't swerved off the goddamn path. Let me bring it back. Yeah, so the fact that New York artists were getting broken in New York, Ja Rule couldn't get no play. Everybody blames the shit on 50, but 50 did not cause the fuck am I trying to say? 50 didn't cause the dissolution of New York hip hop. Niggas in New York have been beefing for eternity. This East Coast niggas in general just been beefing with each other. This isn't a new phenomenon. So, and Ebro had tried to make that like that was the case, like 50 caused division. He didn't. Record labels wasn't, with the emergence of the South, record labels in New York, what on the East Coast, or just record labels in general, weren't trying to push East Coast rappers. There's dick sucking and riding 50s wave, T.I.'s wave, 2 Chainz, all the people that emerged from the South. There was a bunch of dick eating, dick riding, like what's your man DMX said. A lot of slurping and sucking in the industry, right? So motherfuckers wanted that new hot thing. You had a whole bunch of middle-aged motherfuckers at record labels and even at the radio stations riding the cock of new South artists. So they wanted everything to sound alike, which I will honestly say, and I said this time and time again, at least people from the older generation like Andre Pharrell, Lyre Cohen, some nigga named Steve Stout, Andre Harrell, Kevin Lyles, at least they had some type of, like, they knew talent, they knew originality, they had an ear to hear sonic sounds that sounded different. Like if you go to the 90s, we don't say that it was the golden age just because like we dick eating our generation. It was the golden age of hip hop because everybody had a distinct sound. DMX didn't sound like Ja Rule, even though people like to claim Ja Rule and DMX were similar. Other than the baritone voice, rhymes were different, song choices were different, music was different. Fat Joe, Big Pun, 2 fat niggas, Puerto Rican, sound different. Bone Thugs and Harmony didn't sound like Twister. Twister didn't sound like Kanye. Kanye didn't sound like Talib Kweli. Pharoah Monch. Ghostface didn't sound like none of the other niggas in the Wu-Tang. Raekwon didn't sound like any other nigga in the Wu-Tang. Jizza, RZA, even though RZA's whack and can't rap. Onyx, niggas didn't sound like nobody in the game. Everybody sounded different. Now you got a whole bunch of carbon copy, dick eating motherfuckers that use auto tunes that want to sound like another nigga and can't sound like they self. It's just sickening. But you know, if you let them tell it, I'm just an old nigga, they be like, oh, Unc is just hating and shit. I'm not hating. I like originality, and we prided ourselves, or at least our generation and people that pushed our music, they prided originality. If you sounded like another nigga, you couldn't get a record deal. That's why you'll never hear a nigga from the 90s that sounded like Snoop Dogg. Even though Nocturnal looked like him, he sounded starkly different. We can go to Eminem's camp. Obi Trice sounded like none of the niggas from D12, and although D12 gives a bad rap because nobody can decipher them niggas from member to member, and that's particularly due because they never put out solo records, none of them niggas sound like anybody in the group. Bizarre didn't sound like Conniver. Conniver didn't sound like Con Artist. Con Artist didn't sound like, and I'm drawing a blank here. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Didn't sound like Proof. That's his name. He didn't sound, none of them niggas sounded the same. They all had their different cadence, different rhyme styles, different sounding voice, which is still cadence, but they sounded different. Niggas nowadays, I can't tell if I'm listening to Rod Rich, or if I'm listening to Trippie Redd, or if I'm listening to like, stall me out with every nigga sounding the same. I don't like that whole ass shit. Be yourself. A lot of these niggas don't know how to be themselves, so they want to be another nigga. They want to sound like another nigga. This shit is sickening. And in the event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'm is out in the motherfucking his house. No.